Hello, Leo. How are we doing today? This is your July 26th to your August 2nd reading. Like I said before in the other two readings, this is the fire sign day. I do fire signs on Mondays. That's when I'll upload them. So, yeah, there's that. My name's Tori Franco, if you're new here. And I have a podcast on this channel that has been evolving into some sort of self-development thing. I am in school to get my communications degree. And I'm also studying to be a certified life coach. So this is definitely a personal development channel for sure. But I love tarot. And I love doing it. It makes me feel good. So yeah, keep in mind, it's just energy. It changes. It's fluid. It can change over time. It can change from 1 second to the next. So if this doesn't resonate with you, don't get mad. Just come back next week. I'm not Jesus. I can't predict the future. I can just read the cards and tell you what energy and the probability of things happening is based on the energy that I'm reading right now. Keep that in mind, because I think a lot of people out here, especially tarot readers, are like, no, this is definitely happening. Is it? Because we all have free will. So, so keep that in mind. You are in control of your own destiny and whatever. So, yeah, I'm not going to spin you a fucking story, if you know what I mean. If you're interested in a personal reading, I give pre-recorded readings via Etsy, 15-minute readings. That's linked in the description below. If you want to Zoom one-on-one with me where I give you a reading for anywhere from a half hour to an hour, consider becoming a patron, because I give those to patrons only. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. So let's see what we got for Leos today. I think we're in Leo season now, so happy birthday, y'all. My fucking Leos. I love Leos. Actually, one of my friend's birthdays today. I gotta wish him a happy birthday. Anyway, y'all didn't need to know that. Okay. All right. Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There's something we're trying to go for. We're trying to pursue maybe, or maybe something trying to pursue us. Take it as it resonates, Leo. This is the High Priestess card. We are tapping into our intuition. We are also not making any sudden moves. We know what we want to move toward, but we are not making any sudden moves right now. Just trying to trust the universe and tap into our intuition in regards to a situation. Take it as it resonates. The Death in reverse is either we are trying to resist a change in a situation, or we are choosing to go within. That's how I would probably take it next to the High Priestess. It's like choosing to go within to transform ourselves from the inside out for our overall happiness and growth. The Sun, happiest card in the deck. Love to see it. Love to fucking see it for you, Leo. This is your card. This is the Leo card. It's the Sun. Maybe shining a light on ourselves or whatever. It's like whatever we're needing to do. It's like I need to grow for myself. You're realizing possibly that growth comes from the inside out. And that it comes not just on an egoic level, but it comes from within when you get in touch with your higher self, or whatever the fuck, God, whatever you want to call it, right? That's where the true magic fucking happens. You're either realizing that or needing to realize that. And letting it transform you. You have passions, you have things, projects, people that you're passionate about, that you want to maybe move toward or whatever. You are not right now, or you should not be. You should be trying to grow for yourself. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, because I can't. Because who the fuck am I? So let me retract that statement. Let me pull some more cards. before I continue speaking. This is long-term growth here. I like this. I dig this a lot. Again, though, let's get out of the ego. Leos can be a little bit egotistical and do things, maybe it's like, let's not do things for the wrong reasons, okay? Let's remember why we need to grow. We don't need to grow so that we can get the money and the fame and the whatever. We need to grow so that we can become better people, right? That would be this, like, stuck in this ego place. You're needing to get out of that. You're needing to get out of your ego and really dig deep. That's the high priestess energy. Drop the burden of the ego. That's how I would take this. The 10 of Wands is about releasing burdens. No longer holding on to the burdens, letting the burdens fall, being still with ourselves, going deep, and really figuring out, let's say, what it is we want, what it is we're passionate about, who needs to stay in our lives, who needs to go, who should we speak up to, who's lying to us, who's talking shit. It's like once you are still and you kind of drop into yourself, and you're not moving from an egotistical place. And I don't mean egotistical in a negative way. I mean ego, like when the ego kicks in, that's fear, that's anger, that's, pettiness sometimes. Take it as it resonates. It's like when you're not moving, when you're not operating from that space and you're operating from a truly higher self space, you can transform from within, like the death in reverse, from the inside out. It's like I'm getting like ego death, but we don't need to kill the ego. It's just I'm getting like, you need to operate more from this higher self place than from your ego in order to grow and see true expansion, I want to say, and growth, right? This is long-term investments that pay off. This is long-term change. So whatever is happening to you or will be happening, it's going to be long-term. It's like you're going to be changed. I'm hearing that song, Who Can Say If I've Been Changed for the Better? But because I knew you, I've been changed for good. It's like you're not going back to the old you. This is for the long haul. And maybe this change, maybe this thing, maybe dropping into yourself and finally letting go of ego, letting go of like, no, I'm doing this so that I can make $1 million in the next year. No, that's ego. That's thinking in the 3D. You need to think of like, how is this going to help my soul learn something, right? After that, it's like you have clarity about, I'm getting about everything. That's under the sun card. Clarity about what makes you happy. Clarity about mental clarity about who belongs in your life. Again, it's like I'm getting the same sort of energy. But we need to remember why we're doing certain things. If you're doing certain things to prove a point, that's ego. To prove a point to somebody else or even to yourself, that's ego. So just be mindful. I don't know why I want to say that. Let me pull some more cards. Wow, that took a turn. There are things. Here's what I'm getting, right? Possibly things we've invested in, our time, our energy, thinking they were the long haul things that we are either keeping ourselves from walking away from or unable to. But I think it's not an inability. You are able to walk away if you have 2 feet, even if you don't have 2 feet. Mentally, if you have a brain and you have emotions, you can most definitely walk away from a situation. It may be hard, but you can do it. I feel as though you're trying to block certain things out. Maybe there are things you don't want to end. You're afraid of, you're fearing the change because you've put so much energy into it. You're afraid, like, well, that's wasted. Nothing's wasted. Everything's a lesson, right? You got the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is again, this is either a relationship that has gone awry. Is that the word? Or just a breakup possibly, or something that's painful, something that is very painful. So take it as it resonates. The Queen of Swords is all about coldness, not expressing. There's a difference between the High Priestess, a big difference between the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess doesn't tell people what to do, how to do it, what she's doing. She just does it, and she's still with herself. But she's in this place of knowing, right? So even if she's not speaking, she's in this place of knowing, in this higher place, and that's where it's coming from. The Queen of Swords is deliberately a bitch and cold-hearted and being cold. That's the difference. So either you need to make a shift from that energy, the Queen of Swords in reverse energy, to the High Priestess. And again, Queen of Swords energy I'm getting is this egotistical energy, right? No, I'm going to give you the fucking cold shoulder because you're an asshole. Instead of like, nope, I'm going to take time. I'm going to pull my energy back for myself and be still so that I can know the best possible decision to make for my highest good. And in that process, I might not speak to you, but it's no hard feelings. That's the High Priestess energy. That's the energy you want to be in. That is the energy you want to be in. That's the energy that's going to bring you the most happiness, the most clarity, because right now I feel as though you don't really have that. You don't really have clarity on a situation. You don't have clarity on a situation that might have brought you happiness or brings you happiness, or what makes you happy. Again, take it as it resonates. That's the difference. You can be still and not speak to people, but it can come from a different place. And so it feels different. And because everything is energy, people can feel that. When you're giving somebody the cold shoulder, they can feel it. When you're being petty and giving somebody the cold shoulder, they can absolutely feel that. As opposed to when you're going into solitude and you're just not speaking to people because you're trying to get the answers for yourself and not be clouded by other people's judgments, people can feel that too. We're a lot more intuitive as people than we give ourselves credit for. Just, if you pay attention. This is okay, so we got the 5 of Swords in reverse, right? No longer fighting in a situation. This is a situation that I feel like has been going on, possibly conflicting situation that has been going on, that we are no longer feeling defeated with. Probably because we've either separated or we need to separate ourselves. This is the 3 of Cups, which is about overindulgence, but it's also about going at things alone. Take that as it resonates, because I'm not quite sure how that resonates, to be quite honest, because I'm not in your life. But it's like, I need to go at this alone, again, with the High Priestess. I need to figure things out on my own. Oops. I feel like this could be solitude. Hey, I'm getting a common theme between the fire signs this week. It's very solitude-y. That's about finding the answers within yourself after it's like going into solitude, like a monk going into solitude, and the High Priestess is here to meditate, to get the answers. Give the answers to yourself. Give the clarity to yourself. And it's not even mental clarity. It's like your gut is telling you what the right thing to do is, right? And whatever this is, I'm telling you, whatever it is, it's releasing emotional loss. No longer feeling bad for ourselves. No longer regretting certain things. No longer feeling guilty for certain things. Letting go of all of that emotion in order to find happiness, because I feel as though there's disharmony in a relationship. Either you've chosen to break something off with somebody. This doesn't have to be romantic, but this is either you not making a choice to do this, to be in this energy, or there's some sort of disharmony with you and another person. And the answer to that disharmony is to gain clarity for yourself and go dig deep within. Again, take it as it fucking resonates. But this is the card of solitude. This is the card of solitude for me. And getting answers, right? Like being in the dark in the situation, but you have the light. You can shine the light. The sun is also about shining a light on a situation, things coming to light that create growth and new possibilities. You know what I mean? But it's only after this high priestess energy. Get out of that, like, fuck that bitch. I'm just not going to speak to her because she's a twat. And get into this, you know what? I send you love and light. I need to go within myself right now and figure this out for myself. Let me pull some more cards. Yeah, there's some sort of conflict. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. That's about counsel. So I was going to say that before too, actually. That's about seeking counsel. So maybe getting advice from people, friends. It doesn't matter. Somebody who's been through the situation that you're going through right now. If this is a business thing, getting a business mentor, possibly, like something like that. But it could also just be seeking the spiritual path as well. Especially, again, goes back to the high priestess, like finding the answers within yourself, your higher self, through spiritual work of some sort. The King of Swords is in reverse. That's about not speaking up right now. Not speaking a truth. It's like, because I don't even think you know what the fucking truth is at this point yet. The truth within yourself, the truth in a situation, you don't know heads or tails right now, is how I'm feeling. And maybe you're being a little, I'm getting impatience from this card, because this is delays and frustration because of these delays. So maybe things aren't happening. Maybe you're not releasing the emotional loss as quickly as you'd like to. But again, that's ego. When you're in this place of like, when is this pain going to go away? When am I going to feel normal again? When you're in that place, you're not in alignment with like the universe and your higher self and your inner self. You're in an egoic place, right? Like, I shouldn't be feeling this way anymore. Why do I still feel this way? Leo, it's because you're not, either you haven't surrendered to the universe, or you're just not yet. You got the 5 of Wands, which is about conflict. Could be with another person. And maybe that's, again, maybe this conflict with this other person is clouding your judgment. Like, sometimes we have conflict with others, or people say things that conflict with how we feel on the inside, and it changes the whole trajectory of how we act, because we think, oh man, like our ego tells us, yeah, this person's right. Right? So like, for instance, if you wanted to start a business, I always go back to like a business thing, because why not, right? But if you wanted to start some sort of project for yourself, and you were telling a friend, like, I really feel like this is going to work, right? Like, I really feel like this idea is great. This is the path I need to be on. And your friend is like saying to you something conflicting, like, well, what about this? And what about that? Do you have the money for this? And did you consider this? And they start discouraging you in some sort of way. And then you're like, oh yeah, they're right. Oh, fuck, maybe this isn't the right idea. But you were in this place of like, I felt it. But because this other person said something, now you're like discouraged. That's ego. Again, you have to trust your gut. Trust your fucking gut, Leo. It's there for a reason, that pull that tells you to jump when it's, to jump into murky waters when everybody else is like, no, don't do it. But you're like, yeah, but you know what? I'll meet a dolphin or whatever, like something great's going to happen. And everybody on the outside's like, well, we don't see that happening. Well, you're not inside of me. You're not within me. I'm within me. I feel like if I jump into these murky waters, can I see the bottom? No. Do I see what's in the water right now? No. But I feel like it'll be an experience. And it'll make me happy. And it's something I want to do. Well, then fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I get. I don't know if it's one specific person that might be like discouraging you or whatever. But whatever it is, it's like you need to take that I don't want to say take a step back, but kind of go into solitude either from this person or just from anybody that is naysaying in your life, right? You don't have to not see anybody, but only put yourself around people that are in alignment with what you feel deep within you want to do. It's like doing a lot of inner work to get your happiness, to get your goals to come to, your manifestations to come to fruition. So that's really all I have for you today. And this week, I hope that resonates in some sort of way. Let me know, share this video with another fellow Leo. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.